So one of my favorite memories happened about halfway through last year. And for a bit of context, I live at a residential college. So we've got a bunch of buildings around the place, and we've got a big communal dining hall and this patch of grass that we call the Astro. And I remember it was a very stormy day. It was freezing. The sky was grey. The rain was cold and would like dig into your skin. And me and my now boyfriend Will decided to put a blow up pool on the Astro. So we'd positioned one of the showers from a nearby building that had a detachable shower head. We positioned it out the window so it would stream hot water down and start filling up the pool. And the first memory I have associated with it was me trying to lug this big bucket of hot water from the nearby laundry all the way to the pool to fill it up. And it was just way too heavy and it was spilling water just all over my knees. And by the time I made it to the pool, it was about like a quarter full and I just sadly tipped it in. And once we'd all hopped in the pool, I remember feeling very conflicting feelings on my skin. I had the cold rain on one side and the scalding hot shower water on the other, and we'd all take turns to, get close to that. And it made the water in the pool kind of lukewarm, which was quite comfortable actually. And I remember smelling the rain on the road nearby, and I could hear just a lot of chatter, talking, laughing, and there were people playing football on the Astro next to us, and I could hear the ball, hitting their feet when they kicked it or when it would hit a window or bounce on the Astro. I remember that quite distinctively. And I remember tasting the beer that we were drinking because all of us had a 4X beer. And it just tasted very watered down because it was full of rain and full of shower water, which made it stomachable because normally I hate beer. So that turned out to be good. And I remember also feeling the ground was very tough because this was just a cheap Kmart pool. So the bottom layer of the pool was just a layer of plastic, and I could feel every lump in the ground and it was very uncomfortable. But I could also feel everyone's thighs were touching because we're in such close quarters, and everyone's knees were touching, everyone's toes were awkwardly touching. I remember that quite distinctively. And my boyfriend Will had his arm around me, and he is quite quiet but very a comforting presence, and he has a very loud laugh, and when he laughs his whole face lights up. And the two boys next to him were Tully and Hugo, and they're very loud, also very infectious laughs, and they were just making a lot of jokes and laughing. And the girls next to me were quite quiet but very funny, and they were also laughing kind of quietly. And the second distinct memory I have associated with it is just us all together, just huddled in this tiny pool in the rain, and we were all just laughing as to why are we drinking on a Wednesday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon in a storm. And I remember just feeling very happy and very light, excited, very humorous. And it was a very important stage in all of our friendships because we bonded at that moment and became very close after that. And I remember the last image associated with it would be when we decided that it was time for dinner and we were going to head off. So we tipped the pool. We trying to empty it, and it tipped all over the Astro, and we completely misjudged how much water there was, and it just went flying everywhere. So we were just kicking it up and jumping in the puddles, and yeah, just felt very free and very excited and just happy to be there. So that was one of my happiest memories ever. Thank you.